You need a system if you can't network. You have to have some type of system that is going to create you some visibility, a system that positions you as a trusted leader, a system that nurtures relationships at every scale without requiring you to be here, there, and everywhere.
Hello, and welcome to the Influence and Growth Mastery Podcast, where high-performing CEOs and entrepreneurs learn to scale smarter. I'm Tanya Gossage, founder of Gossage Consulting and the Power Connectors. Right here, every week, you're going to discover the real strategies in referral marketing, authority building, and AI-powered automation to help you attract high-ticket leads and grow through smart connections, not cold outreach.
Referrals are the new SEO. How to build a warm intro ecosystem that works while you sleep. I want to talk honesty here for just a moment because I know you're tired. I know you are exhausted from chasing leads. You're tired of posting and praying. We all get there. You're tired of feeling like you're doing everything right, yet still not seeing the constant or consistent flow of qualified clients coming in, right? I want to speak directly to you today because if you're listening to the episode, there's a reason, and you're at the point to where you know that you're not able to keep building business by hustling and hustling and hustling your way through every client. It just creates exhaustion. And there has to be a smarter way. There is a smarter way and a more sustainable way to create and work like a true CEO, as I call it. It's leading like a CEO. And you're right, there really is. And today I'm going to walk you straight into what that looks like. And so I call it that referrals are the new CEO. And when I say that, I don't mean to say that SEO doesn't matter. It's huge. It matters a lot. In fact, I work a lot on my SEO, so it does matter. But for service-based entrepreneurs, consultants, strategists, coaches, and done-for-you providers like you, warm intro referrals beat every other marketing channel in speed, in cost, in conversion. Referrals are extremely important. It's your lifeblood. And I know you're already aware of that. And you probably have a handful of clients who came to you as a referral, if not a lot of clients that have come to you as a referral. And those clients were very easy to close. They're easier to serve. They're easier to build a very long-term relationship with. So let's be clear about this. Your business doesn't need more cold leads. It needs more people talking about you when you're outside of the room. When you're not around, you need more people talking about you. That's what I call the referral ecosystem. That's what everybody calls the referral ecosystem. So you might even be saying, I don't have enough people referring me consistently. Well, that's a problem, right? So let me say this with love. You probably have more people who would refer you than what you realize. They just don't know how. Maybe they don't know what to say about you, or they're not educated enough about your business. People are not referral machines. They need a few things from you. They need clear triggers, they need simple language, and they need to be confident in what you deliver. They also need direction on who you want to meet if they don't already have that information. Your referrals are going to stay random and unpredictable from people if that information is not clear. And so one way to fix that is to have a referral script, as I call it, for your network in alignable we have created what we call a referral guide, and we give those out as we are networking so that it's very clear who we serve, who we're looking for, and people can, as they're doing introductions, even pass those on to other people. So they can either memorize those or they know exactly who it is that we're looking for, or again, they can pass them on. So if you meet someone who's overwhelmed, so for me, if you meet someone who's overwhelmed running their business and wants to step back into their CEO role, send them my way. That's one of the things that I could say to you that you would know whom I'm looking for. Or someone who has not implemented AI into their business yet and wants to learn, that's somebody that you would refer to me. So you would be shocked at how fast referrals increase when you tell people exactly who to send to you and why. So in the networking meetings that I run, people that come consistently are beginning to get more and more and more referrals because they're there every single meeting. In fact, well, let me just save that comment. I'll share it here in just a minute. You also may be saying or thinking, I don't know enough of the right people. Well, actually, you do. You're just not building the right strategic partner relationships. You're building transactional relationships. And there's a huge difference between networking and partnering. Networking is showing up, and partnering is what I would say is following up, nurturing, collaborating, and building momentum. You have to have both of those. And one of the ways that you can fix that is having three types of partners. There's the connectors, the people who know everybody. I don't know everybody, but I say I'm a great connector because I connect people to people. Oftentimes, when I'm having conversations with people and I hear them state their problem, or I hear them say whom they're looking for, as my mind is already going to, oh my goodness, I can connect them to this person. And so, or I already have this strategic partner, but if the personalities don't work out, I can then connect them to this person. So those are the people who know everybody. And I am so sorry, I'm losing it. I am 2.5 weeks into this, and it has been a crazy ride. But the complementarians, the people who serve the same audience that you do, but really in a different lane. So I did a one-to-one with somebody in a different chapter of a BNI today, and he's in digital marketing, and then I'm in my role. We kind of serve similar audiences, but I can send him business and he can send me business. We kind of serve the same audience, but we're in a different lane. And so we can still help each other out. And then you have the champions, the people who really believe in you. They're your cheerleaders. They believe in your work, and they naturally are motivated to spread it. The things that you do, they're always cheering you on and motivating you and sharing who you are. And so when you build around these three roles, your business no longer relies upon strangers finding you. People are going to gravitate towards you because you have these three groups of people, these three types of people who are going to be sending people, your way. And so you also may be thinking, I don't have time to network. Well, okay, maybe you do think that way. And maybe you don't have to network, but you need a system. If you can't network, you have to have some type of system that is going to create you some visibility, a system that positions you as a trusted leader, a system that nurtures relationships at every scale without requiring you to be here, there, and everywhere. You have to have something that's going to work for you. And most importantly, a system that lets your network do the heavy lifting for you. And so, what could be the fix for that? You can put your referral ecosystem on automation. Do I think that's the best? Not necessarily. It's not as best as you showing up, but automation works. And so there's a lot of automation that I recommend. There's a lot of automation that I do, but I don't think it takes the place of you being there in person. But you can use an AI powered CRM to track your touch points, your partnered touch points, automate your weekly nurture messages, and use templates for follow up conversations. Maybe create content that is reinforcing your authority so that your partners feel proud to actually refer you. This is not about doing more, it's about doing what works and what works consistently to help you get out and further your network and your relationships. You might also be thinking, my business feels too unpredictable. Maybe that's because you're doing the work all manually. Kind of comes back to the automation thing. Manual prospecting can lead to burnout. Platform hopping could lead to burnout. Cold conversations can lead to burnout. But warm introductions and having an ecosystem doesn't just bring you leads. I will tell you, and I know this without a shadow of a doubt, I know this because of experience. I know this because of my own clients. It brings you predictability. It brings you rhythm. It brings you stability and brings you compounding relationships. The fix for this is honestly where your networking and where your groups come in. This is where LinkedIn, Alignable, Facebook groups, all of these things come in. You just have to find your room. And so, this is oftentimes where I help people. If they don't know where their people are, I try to help them find their people. It may be in my space, it may not be in my space. And so, the Power Connectors is designed to help you find your strategic partners. It's to help you get and receive referrals. It's built to help build influence through collaboration. And so, if you're not familiar with the Power Connectors, check it out. No CEO should be left alone and not have a way to connect with people when we make it easy for you. And I know you are probably saying, I want referrals, but I don't want to have to beg for them. You don't have to beg for them. You should never have to beg for them. Begging doesn't work. It never works. And so you don't need to ask for referrals. You need to deserve them. You do deserve referrals when you operate like a CEO, you have a clear signature process, you consistently deliver value, and you become memorable. You communicate what you stand for, and people trust you enough to attach their name to yours. I will attach my name to yours all day long. If you have integrity, I can trust you. You want to network, you want to build relationships. I am more than happy to attach my name to your name. And this is why referrals are the highest quality of client that you will ever receive. They're built on trust from day one. From day one, I will tell you that I have a client. I know she will not mind me using her name, or I'm not going to give you her name. I'm just going to say she's a client. And she came to me and she wanted to go out on her own. She was a freelancer with another partner, and she wanted to go out on her own and create her own agency. And I'm going to say that she somewhat hid behind her partner. And when she first started showing up, she was a little bit shy of showing up on her own. And as I began to work with her and had her showing up for herself and building her own authority about who she was and what she could do, and talk about her business and what she could offer, and building relationships, and people started seeing what she was capable of doing, which is the same thing she was doing for the other company, but she just didn't have the confidence behind her new agency name. But once she did, and I started referring business to her, the first client did business with her. Then the second referral did business with her. The third business owner did business with her. The fourth business owner did business with her. She has so much business now that she's actually struggling a little bit to stay caught up, because she stays consistent in coming to all of the network meetings. And now she's showing up as an authority and getting so much business. It's phenomenal. And so today, it's so interesting on how things work. I always say you're one conversation away from your next big deal. And so today, it just so happened, as we're going into the holidays, I just have a feeling that the attendance is going to be lighter. And today it was. It's so interesting because today it was light. And we had someone come in, fairly big deal. And the gentleman just started asking questions. He was like, I want to get more visibility. I want to build authority. And I've been shut down on YouTube because of this. And I've been building these big things. And it was interesting because he said, I want to know your opinion. And so we started giving our opinions. And he was like, I've been having conversation with this other business owner, and I'm just on the scale of basically closing business. But then the conversation started with my client, and he was like, I really love how you're showing up, and I want your phone number because I want to do business with you. Boom. And so here she is showing up as a big authority again and gets this additional business. I'm telling you, it's all about being in the right place at the right time and just building connections, building relationships. And I'm telling you, she's going to have to hire an employee before long. More than likely, we'll hire her a virtual assistant that accommodates or complements what she does so that it can help her. But she is only about 3 months into her own agency, and she is growing leaps and bounds built upon referrals. She is going to skyrocket. The other thing I can tell you about her is it's amazing because I was out talking to another one of my clients, and they asked, do you know anybody that offers X? And I said, I don't, but I know somebody who can incorporate it into their business. Guess who that was? Yes, this particular client. So I go back to her and I say, X name, I have a new product for you. Boom. She's like, what? It works so well with her. And so I said to my client, would you be willing, if she discounts this for you, to work with her to build out this product? She said, absolutely. Again, you never know You never know who you're going to be connected to. This is going to be a huge package for her. So amazing. So again, you've got to be consistent. You got to have a clear offer. You got to deliver value when you're in these rooms. She shows up to the mastermind. She shows up. She lets people know exactly who it is that she's looking for. She is not the only client that this is happening to, but she is the client that is probably growing the most because she is the client who is showing up most consistently and doing her homework. So I had to say that. I had to just throw that in because the truth is, I want to say the truth is most entrepreneurs avoid this. And that is, we think oftentimes we can scale by ourselves. You can grow, but it's hard to scale by yourself. It's hard for me. I have coaches as well. You can scale through relationships. Your connections are your capital. Your network is your visibility engine, and your referral ecosystem is the foundation of your sustainable growth. But we have to stop showing up everywhere. We have to find our space, stay there, get in it, and show up just like she did. But it's hard to do it by yourself. You've got to have somebody that can help direct you into the spaces that you go. You've got to find your people that are going to consistently refer to you. They have to know what your message is. They have to know who it is that you're trying to find. And so start building relationships with the right people. And when you do that, and when you get back, or when you back it up with automation and strategic collaborations, your business is going to grow while you sleep. And when I say strategic collaborations, those are the people that you build these relationships with, that you send them business, they send you business. Some of them are paid, some of them are not, maybe not paid. But literally, your business is going to grow while you sleep, because there's going to be people out there that is referring you, just like the three types I mentioned, the connectors, the complementaries, and the champions. And those are the people that you really need to have in your ecosystem. And getting into the power connectors is going to be huge for you. If you're not there, there is a free, and then there's two paid, and it is SEO optimized. So I was on a coaching call with another client the other day, and we were looking at her Google business profile. And I said, look right underneath your business Google, or your Google business profile. And right there was her Power Connectors profile. And so I said, we need to make sure that you have that set up exactly the way that you want it, because boom, right there was that profile. And so if you're ready to stop chasing clients and start attracting a steady flow, I mean, a steady flow of warm introductions, and start building your referral ecosystem with intention, with true intention instead of hope, join us there. Join us in the Power Connectors. Join us if you need more coaching around that. Join us in the CEO Toolkit, where growth and strategic partners become part of your growth engine, because that's where it's happening. And I want you to stop doing business alone. Get to where you can get help. It doesn't have to be with me. I'm not saying come join me necessarily. Find the right person that can help you, and start leading with connection, because referrals, they're not luck. They're a system. You have to have a system around building that. And once you build yours, your business will stop depending upon hustle, and it's going to start growing on its own. You can take that to the bank. You can take that to the bank. Success is not luck. You have to make it happen. You have to make it happen. And it starts with referrals. So start leading with connection. And until next week, I wish you the best ecosystem that there is out there. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the Influence and Growth Mastery podcast. If you're ready to attract high-ticket leads, scale with AI, and grow through powerful referral networks, visit my website, GossageConsulting.com. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with any CEO who is ready to simplify, scale, and succeed without the burnout. Until next time, stay influential and keep building smart connections that drive the real growth. See you soon.